Hello guys, how are you? How are you? How are you? I hope you are doing fine wherever you are in South Africa. My name is Collen-QHSE, as you see on the screen. This is my name. Facebook and YouTube account name is Collen-QHSE. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos as well. If you want to get in touch with me, this is my email address. You're welcome. You can send an email, then we'll take it up from there. Subject of today is construction health and safety officers, construction health and safety managers logbook for registered candidates, only for registered candidates. Today's date is 17 February 2022. Okay, this is the first page of the candidate of the logbook. I mean, let me just do this. Okay, so this is the first page. To me, it's the second page, but to you, it might be the first page. The pages might be different, but the information is the same. So first page of the logbook, you put your details. Before you put your details here, make sure that you are a registered candidate, because there are guys who just work on the logbook, yet they are not registered as a candidate. Logbook is for the registered candidates only. If you are not yet registered as a candidate, you have to be registered for you to do the logbook. Okay, so here you put your name, your names, your correct names. Don't use nicknames here. Your names which are on the ID or passport, you put them here. Your duration, you check on the outcome letter. When you apply, after the assessment and all those processes, they give you an outcome letter. So if they say you're a candidate, on the outcome letter, they will tell you that you're a candidate for this period of time. It might be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, it depends. The duration is different with it's different. Some they get 1 year, 12 months, 2 years, and it is different, but you have to read your outcome letter correctly. So this information here, you get it from your outcome letter. Your registration number. Remember that I said you must be a candidate, a registered candidate person. So a registered candidate person, she or he's got a candidate registration number. That's what we need here. So your registration number starts with candidate, CHSO, stroke, the numbers there, stroke, the last 4 numbers, they normally put the year that you were registered. So if you're a registered officer, you put your details here. If you are a registered candidate officer, you put your registration number here, same as candidate registered managers. Here on the category of registration, if you are a candidate, you still have to register. If you're a candidate officer, you still have to register as an officer. So you put here construction health and safety officer if you're a candidate officer. If you're a candidate manager, you put construction health and safety manager under this section. Under this section. On this page here, there are a lot of information that you need to read. You need to take your time when you're doing the logbooks. You need to take your time. Don't rush. If you rush, you're not gonna get it correct. So this information here, you need to read and understand. But today I'm just touching on the critical, on the key information of the logbook. That's why I'm skipping some of the information. You have to read on your own and understand. But if you don't understand my details, I give you my details. You can get in touch with me. I'll see how I can help you. On this point here, they said candidates can have a registered supervisor, mentor, who can work in different organizations. Meaning that if you are working for ABC Construction, You can have a mentor who's working for YZ Construction. I'm giving an example. It doesn't have to be someone who's working within your organization. You can have a mentor who's working in a different organization. If you can read this point as well, they are saying it doesn't have to be your mentor to be in the same location with you as well. Meaning that if you are in Johannesburg, you can have a mentor who is in Pretoria. You can have a mentor who is in Alberton, Meyerton, Vereeniging, those areas who are around, who are close to Joburg. If you are in the Eastern Cape, East London, you can have a mentor who is in Tata, Port Elizabeth. So they helped us a lot on these 2 points, because it was very difficult back then. People used to think that your mentor, it has to be someone who's working with you, who is there full time. Because if your mentor is far from you, you can always send each other emails. You can call each other. Sometimes when he's free, he can visit you on your site. He knows what you are doing, because you are always in touch with your mentor. Okay. So here they are saying you need to type your logbook. You don't have to print and use the ink here. The ink, there are only few pages that needs ink, which is signatures and dates only. The rest, you need to type it. So make sure that you type your logbook. The information must be typed. So here they're saying it is compulsory that your candidate, your logbook, your practice reports are signed off by a registered supervisor, which is a professional construction health and safety agent for candidate agents. I don't want to talk much about agents. I want to talk about managers and officers. But a professional construction health and safety agent can sign the logbooks for candidate managers, officers, candidate agents as well. So a construction health and safety manager, someone who is full registered, can sign for a candidate construction health and safety manager, which means a full registered CHSO cannot mentor a candidate manager. So make sure that if you are a candidate manager, your mentor is not a safety officer, a registered safety officer. It must be a full registered manager or a full registered agent. If you are a candidate officer, these 3 guys now, they can sign off your logbook, which is a PR agent, a safety manager, safety officer, registered. They can sign for a candidate safety officer. I hope you understand correctly this part. You need to read on your own if you didn't hear what I've just explained. But it's a most important part. Here, there's hours that you need to work. There's hours that you need to work. You see on the annexures down there, there's somewhere they will require the hours that you've worked on a particular project. This is Annexure A. Annexure A is something like a declaration that you do, you as a candidate, together with your mentor. So your mentor is saying, yeah, I confirm that the information which is in the logbook is true. And you are also confirming that the information which is in the logbook is true. So make sure that the information that you're going to put in the logbook is true, because you need to sign this page. So here, it's a candidate. You as a candidate, you put your details here, your full names, yeah, your registration category, here. You are registered. If you are an officer, you are registering as a construction health and safety officer. If you are a candidate manager, you are registered. Your registration category will be construction health and safety manager. But here you put your candidate registration number, which start with candidate. You know the numbers. You sign here. Make sure you sign. You put a date here. This part is for the mentor. Your mentor. Your mentor must be full registered, not a candidate. A candidate cannot mentor another candidate because he or she is still under the mentorship of someone. So she or he cannot mentor another candidate. Make sure that when you're selecting your mentor is fully registered. Otherwise, you're going to face problems. So your mentor will put his or her name here. Here, I put three categories here, but you choose one. If your mentor is a CHSO, you put CHSO. If he's a manager, you put manager. If he's a PR agent, you put a PR agent. Here we need his or her registration number of the mentor, because at the council, I'm sure they will verify, they will check in their systems if this person exists. So don't put a ghost mentor here, because they have everything there in their systems. They can see that this one is a ghost. Your mentor needs to sign here and the date. Please make sure of the Annexure A is also an important page in the logbook. It's still Annexure A on this page. So if you've got two mentors, your first mentor will sign here, your second mentor will sign here. But if you have one, which means the registered professional 2, it's not applicable. You can just put one. But if you've got 2, then it's fine. You can put 2. The information which are needed is the same on the professional, on the registered professional 1 and 2. The information is the same. Here is for the supervisor or your manager who need to sign this part. Is also acknowledging, is also saying the information is true. So make sure that this page is signed. His name, position in the organization, signature, date. Make sure of those things. Let's move to Annexure B. On the Annexure B, I've put the details of one project, but you can put as many projects as you want. But for me, I just put one for example, for explanation. So this is the Annexure B. The Annexure B needs this information, project name and description. You put it here. Make sure that you start with your project name. If your project name is a construction of ABC, that's the project name. But under the project name, you put the description so that the assessor will understand what we are talking about. We will understand the nature of the project. Your position in the project, you put it here. Project duration, how long was your project? 12 months, 24 months, 3 years, 6 months, 1 month, 1 week. You put it here. Here is the value, which is the amount of the project. If your project was 1 million, 1 billion, whatever, millions, thousands, you put it here. Here is the employer information, name of the employer. So in this part now, your employer might be a municipality. So you have to write the name of the municipality, XXX municipality. If it was the employer, you put it here. Some of the guys, they sponsor themselves, especially the developers, those ones who buy a land and build a mall and build maybe houses to sell. You just have to explain. You might be working for an organization like that, whereby you are sponsoring the project. So if you are working for a subcontractor, which means your principal contractor is the client. So you put their name here, X construction, A construction, B construction, they are your client. If you are working for a subcontractor or a contractor, subcontractor it's a contractor. So on this box now, position of the project, client. So you have to explain now that, okay, it was a client, your client, it was a municipality, it was the client. These guys, they were a principal contractor in the project. When these ones were subcontractor. So in this box, you just have to explain. These boxes, they are twins, eh? You have to match the information. So position, okay, in other words, I'm saying maybe you're working for a client, maybe for a principal contract, maybe for a contract. A contractor, it's a subcontract. In the regulations, they are calling them contractors. They are no longer subcontractors. So here, it's a manager or supervisor. Who was your manager and the supervisor on the project? You put their names here. The position here. If he was a construction manager, you put it here. If he was a supervisor, you put it here. So like what I said, I just put the information for one project, but you can put as many projects as you want. You can add these boxes. Let's move to Annexure C. Annexure C it's got 5 tables or boxes. I don't know what to call it, boxes or tables. So in the first column, they need a project name. You put the project details here. Name, description, you just put a project name. On the second box here, you see the stage and description of work. Most of the safety officers and managers, they cover stages from stage 5, from stage 4, 5, and 6. They don't cover all 6 stages of construction. But if you know that you are involved in all 6 stages of construction, then you have to put the information here so that the assessor will understand. But most of the guys, they cover from stage 4 up to stage 6. So I've put a lot of information here. So here you just put the description on top. After the description, you start breaking down your stages. You might have covered only stage 6 on the construction of APC. You have to explain it here. You put your stage 6. If you covered all stages from 4 to 6, you put it. So each and every stage, you explain what you were doing under that stage. So you need to understand stage 4 is for what, stage 5 is for what, stage 6 is for what. So each and every stage, you have to explain what were you doing. You might not, maybe you were not doing all of this that I've put here. Maybe you were doing 1 or 2 things here. You have to mention under your stage 4. You move to stage 5, is the same. You have to explain what you were doing under the stage 5. Maybe you were covering all that I've put here. I don't know, but you have to explain what you were doing there. If you were attending the contractors handover meetings and what you put it here. You just have to explain what you are doing under the stage 5 of construction. Stage 6 is the same. You explain if you were doing the closeout reports, you were facilitating the exit medicals and all of those things. You put it under the stage 6. This column, it's a period. For how long you've been there. If you were there for 2 months, you put it here. 12 months, 24 months, you put it here. The hours that you've worked on the project, you put it here. Remember on the second or first page up there, I've explained that there's somewhere they will need your hours, so you need to have those hours. In this column now, your mentor needs to sign. Your mentor needs to sign this. Your mentor, your registered mentor, not your friend, a mentor needs to sign here. So here I've put only for 1 project. So you can put as many projects as you want. But remember that the more you put the project, your mentor needs to sign per project. This one is per project. So if you put 5 projects here, your mentor needs to sign 5 times on the Annexure C. You have to make sure of that. Let's move to Annexure E. Annexure E is the most important part of the logbook. I've said here, CHSOs or manager, they are not limited to other stages. If you know very well that you have covered stage 3, 2, and 1, you add. Me, I just started from stage 4 up to stage 6 because I understand that most of the officers and managers, they only cover stage 4 to stage 6. So this information here, you get it from your outcome letter. Make sure that you have your outcome letter. Otherwise, Annexure E, it's not possible. You cannot put information on the Annexure E if you don't have your outcome letter. Because on the outcome letter, they will there's a list of things that they want you to do after you complete your duration of candidate. Some of the things is the baseline risk assessment. Some of the things is the emergency preparedness plan. Some of the things are close-out reports. So they on the outcome letter, they list the things that they want from you after your candidate duration. So when you submit your logbook, you have to submit with those things as a proof that you have done. So make sure that you have your outcome letter. So here it's not limited. You can add more information, but I've put few information here under the stage 4. You might have a lot, but I've just summarized it. It's not everything that you're gonna put here, because they might say under stage 4 they might request only the baseline risk assessment. Under stage 5 they might only request maybe accident and incident reports. So it also it depends with the individuals. What they want from me is not what they want from the other person. So you cannot copy each other, because what they demand from A is not what they demand on B. You see, this one is a stage 6, which is the close out. You know what you have covered on the stage 6. Sometimes they might request things for only stage 5 on your outcome letter. So you have to read your outcome letter nicely, and you have to understand it. So guys, this is the end of this session. I hope this information will help someone. But if you need more clarity, you can get in touch with me. Yeah, you can call me or you can send me an email. It's fine. I will see how I can help. But guys, this is for free. If there's anyone who claims to be Collen demanding money for this, know that it's a scam. No, we don't. We are just helping each other here. You have a nice one, guys. We'll see you in the next session. Bye-bye. Thank you.